Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome all back. It's the Empire. I'm your host, Risky. It is Tuesday, June 30th. Looking back at yesterday, we do hit on our ladder play. Our solo bet came through for us. We do hit on one of our 3-leg parlays. It was a decent day. Could have been a much better day. My stupid ass had to go put the Yankees in a parlay. We go 2 for 3 on our other 3-leg parlay. The Yankees is what ruined that parlay overall. But look, you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We have a full slate of baseball back on tap today. Got this video coming out to you late. We're going to run through these games, get to these picks. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the White Sox in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. We got Eric Fedde on the mount for the White Sox. We got Gibson on the mount for the Orioles. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Eric Fedde on the mount. This guy has not been good this season, but in the month of June, he's had some good outings. They have him in this, they had an opener for him for most of the month, but today he's back on the mount from the first inning. This is a ground ball pitcher, a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. Yes, terrible splits versus lefties. Today he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup, 5 projected left-handed bats in a lineup. Not to mention, they're still a top 10 team in the majors versus right-handed pitching. Doing the breakdown for Fedde, like I said, sinker ball pitcher. There's a few guys to match up well against him. The 2 guys I focused in on, Gunnar Henderson or Pete Alonso. I can see one of them taking him yard here today. My overall expectation for Fedde, he goes about 4 innings, gives up 2 to 3 runs, turn it over to a White Sox bullpen. I like the arms available for the White Sox. I see them coming into this game, still giving up another 2 runs, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Trey Gibson on the mount. This guy's been, I guess you could say, bad for Baltimore. He's had 1 or 2 decent starts mixed in between here and there, but overall, not good. This is a guy that walks a bunch of batters, has a high walk rate. He's only going about 4 or 5 innings before you get to that Orioles bullpen. This is another right-handed pitcher that has terrible splits versus lefties. There's a projected 7 left-handed bats in the White Sox lineup here today. Not to mention, this White Sox team is still a top 10 team in the majors versus right-handed pitching. My expectation for Gibson, he goes about 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, turns it over to an Orioles bullpen. We were talking about it in yesterday's video. They would be the deciding factor in that game, and it turned out just like that. Here today, I think the bullpen for the Orioles are going to play a similar role. I see the arms coming out the pen here today for the Orioles, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. Looking at the weather in this game, it's going to be about 85 degrees with 10 to 12 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield, making this a very hitter-friendly game. Let's get to the picks. The Orioles are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total set at 10.5. I like the over 10.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Benintendi of the White Sox for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Rangers in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. We got Jacob deGrom on the mount for the Rangers. We got Tanner Bybee on the mount for the Guardians. Alright, getting into this one here, we got deGrom back on the mount for the Rangers. This guy's been good in the month of June. His numbers might look a bit inflated because of that blow-up start against the Padres, but overall, he's been really good this month. 3.50 ERA, whip sitting exactly at 1 here in his 4 starts in the month of June. Looking at the breakdown for him, he's going to be seeing a Guardians lineup that still struggles to hit right-handed pitching. Not to mention, in the last 2 weeks, their walk numbers have dropped and their strikeout numbers have gone up. Jacob deGrom is somebody that's still averaging 6.5 Ks per 9 innings. In his last few starts, he's gone over 5 strikeouts in all of them. Here today, doing the breakdown for him, I can see deGrom having a really good start where he goes about 6 to 7 innings, gives up a run, turns it over to a Rangers bullpen, incredibly taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for the Rangers late in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs after deGrom leaves this one. On the other side, we got another good starting pitcher on the mount in Tanner Bybee. He has not gotten run support. That's why you see his record sitting at 2-8. But overall, he's a really good pitcher. 3.78 ERA, 115 whip. Good strikeout numbers to low walk rate. Here today, the one knock on him for this game is going to be the fact that he's going to be seeing 6 left-handed bats in this Rangers lineup. Bybee does struggle with lefties, and the hard hit rate and the slugging goes up against left-handed bats. I'm expecting Bybee to struggle a bit through the first 6 innings, give up 2 runs, turn it over to a Guardians bullpen that is in a much better spot than the Rangers. I actually give the Guardians the advantage late in this game. I see the arms coming out this Cleveland bullpen coming in this game, shutting down these Rangers bats. This game is out in Cleveland. There's going to be really good weather in this one. I would say about 8 to 10 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Josh Jung of the Rangers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Pirates in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. We got Bubba Chandler on the mound for the Pirates. We got Chris Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Bubba Chandler on the mound for the Pirates. This guy started off the season, he was looking absolutely terrible, but then around mid-May, towards the end of May, the Pirates made an adjustment to his release. Then we started to see a switch with this guy. We're now starting to see the potential that they were talking about with him. He is a 2-pitch pitcher, the fastball and the curveball. It really had been the curveball he was struggling with the command. Now he got the control over the curve. This guy's strikeout rate has gone up. The walk rate has dropped significantly. In his last 4 starts, he has a 2.70 ERA, 1.15 whip. The big thing about this game here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Phillies lineup back at home. We talk about it all the time. This is one of the best home offenses in the majors, not to mention the whole top of this lineup, stacked with power hitting lefties. Bubba Chandler is still prone to giving up the hard hit ball, still prone to giving up the home run. He is throwing, like I said, that fastball 100 miles per hour. When these power bats can make solid contact, that ball is going to go flying, especially in this hitter-friendly environment out in Philly today. My overall expectation for Bubba Chandler, he gets roughed up in this outing. Go about 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs, turns it over to a Pirates bullpen. They continue to play terrible here in the month of June. They almost blew the game yesterday. I see them coming out the arms coming out the pen here today for the Pirates coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. On the other side, we got Chris Sanchez coming off the worst start of the season for him last week in DC against the Nationals, where he gave up 5 runs. Back at home here today, where he pitches much better on the season. Seeing a Pittsburgh lineup loaded with left-handed bats, he does have really good splits versus lefties. Not to mention, this Pirates team overall on the season is a middle-of-the-pack team versus left-handed pitching. In this game here today for Christopher Sanchez, a guy with a high strikeout rate, low walk rate, high ground ball rate, I see him having success. Going about 7 innings, giving up a run or 2, turning it over to a Phillies bullpen that is incredibly taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for the Phillies coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. Looking at the weather, well, for one, the whole country is like 100 degrees this week. So every game is going to be really hot. It's going to be hitter friendly in pretty much every ballpark in the country here today. This one here is going to be close to 90. Wind blowing 8 to 10 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield, making this a very hitter friendly game. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Tigers in New York taking on the Yankees. We got Skubal on the mound for the Tigers. We got Schlittler on the mound for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this one here. This actually turned out to be, well, for one, this is a very good pitching matchup in this game with Skubal and Schlittler on the mound, but this was a very difficult game to cap. The margin of where I was leaning is very small. It's not like a huge gap between one team or the other. In this one here today, we got Skubal on the mound. This will be his 3rd start back officially from the surgery. Saw this Yankees team about a week and a half ago. In that start, he gave up 3 home runs to this Yankees team. Today, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup that is currently 2-8 in their last 10 games. They're on a 5-game losing streak coming into this one. They're down Jazz Chisholm. He got hurt in yesterday's game. They were hitting lefties really well towards the beginning of June, but in the last week, they have been absolutely terrible versus left-handed pitching. I'm expecting Skubal to come out here and deal today. Go about 6 innings, give up a run, turn it over to a Tigers bullpen. They're taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for the Tigers coming in this game, giving up another run or 2. On the other side, we got the young pitcher Cam Schlittler coming off a dominant start last week against the Red Sox. Pitched 5 innings, struck out 9 batters, no earned runs. He's been really elite this season, Cy Young caliber pitcher. In this game here today, he's going to be seeing a Tigers lineup. They've really come around when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching in the last, I want to say 2 weeks or so. But in the last 7 games, this team is hitting .260 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .405. Doing the breakdown for Schlittler, there was two guys that match up very well against him. That's McKinstry and Carpenter. If he could pitch around Carpenter, I can actually see him having a really good game here today. Go about 7 innings, give up a run, turn it over to a Yankees bullpen that is also continuing this pace of playing absolutely terrible. I see the arms available for the Yankees coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. Looking at the weather, it's going to be once again very hitter friendly, close to 90 degrees. We're going to have a small gust of wind in this one, blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Kerry Carpenter of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Mets in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. We got McNeil on the mound for the Mets. We got Gausman on the mound for the Blue Jays. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Noah McLean on the mound for the Mets. This guy coming into the year was one of the most highly touted prospects for starting pitchers in the entirety of baseball. I see the potential with him. He throws some nasty stuff. The big knock on him has been his command. The walk rate is through the roof. Then he's a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact, and his last 4 starts, the hard hit rate is sitting up above 40%. In this game here today, fortunately for McLean, he's going to be facing a Blue Jays lineup bottom 10 in the last 2 weeks when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. Noah McLean, if he's able to work the K's here today, can have a really good outing. Go about 7 innings, give up a run. Turn it over to a Mets bullpen that's incredibly rested. Not to mention they've been good all season. I see the arms for the Mets coming out this bullpen, coming in this game, shutting down the Blue Jays bats. On the other side, we got Kevin Gausman on the mound. This guy started off the season looking really impressive. In his last 3 starts, he has an ERA sitting up above 5, whip sitting up above 150. The hard hit rate sitting close to 50%. In those last 3 starts, we're seeing the regression. He's giving up a lot of home runs. The other big knock on him, he is struggling with left-handed bats. He's going to be seeing a Mets lineup here today, projected to have 7 lefties. Guys like Bench and Soto have been killing right-handed pitching. I'm expecting Gausman to struggle, go about 5 innings, give up 3 runs, turn it over to a Blue Jays bullpen. They are incredibly taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for the Jays coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. It's up in Toronto in the Dome. No weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Blue Jays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Mets here on the money line. The game total set at 8. I like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Juan Soto of the Mets to hit a home run today. Up next, we got the Nationals in Boston taking on the Red Sox. We got Cavalli on the mound for the Nats. We got Early on the mound for the Red Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Cade Cavalli on the mound for the Nats. This guy's truly been their ace this season. He's had some really good outings. Good strikeout to walk ratio. He also has a really good ground ball rate. Coming into this game here today, the one thing I gotta pay attention to, whenever Cade Cavalli has blow-up starts or starts he really struggles in, he's usually facing a team that's loaded with left-handed bats. Today, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup loaded with left-handed bats. This Red Sox team comes into this game on a 5-game win streak. They've been absolutely crushing the ball of late. In this game for Cavalli, a guy that throws a good fastball, good curve, who's able to work the Ks, that is something that's going to benefit him. This Red Sox team is still a top 15 team when it comes to striking out. So if Cade could work the Ks here today, I could see him having success. My overall breakdown for him has him going 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, turning it over to a Nationals bullpen. Continues to play terrible here. I see them coming in this game, giving up another run or 2. On the other side, we got the young pitcher Conley Early on the mound. This guy's been getting rough. He started off the season looking really strong, but in his last 5 starts, he has a ERA sitting close to 5, whip sitting close to 160, hard hit rates gone through the roof. He's also a left-handed pitcher that struggles a bit versus lefties. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup. Still one of the best teams in the majors when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. In this one, looking at the breakdown for Conley Early, a guy that tries to work the sinker ball, try to work the fastball. I can see him struggling a bit. This Nationals lineup crushes the sinker this season. Overall, I see Early having a rough outing, going about 4 to 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs. Turning it over to Red Sox bullpen. The Red Sox bullpen's in a decent spot today. I like the arms coming out the pen. I still see them giving up another run or two, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather, once again, another 80+ degree game. We do have a small gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield here. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Washington Nationals here on the money line. The game total is set at 9.5. I like the over 9.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking James Wood of the Nats for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Cardinals in Atlanta taking on the Braves. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Liberatore on the mound for the Cards. We got Perez on the mound for the Braves. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. This guy, at one time, was a really good pitcher, even going back to last season. This year, he's been absolutely abysmal. In his last 3 starts, he has an ERA sitting up above 12, whip sitting up above 215, hard hit rate sitting way over 50%. He's been getting lit up. Fortunately for him, he's going to be facing a Braves lineup in the last 2 weeks. They probably wouldn't have been one of the worst offenses in the majors. Not to mention they really struggled to hit left-handed pitching. Doing the breakdown here today for Liberatore, a guy that is a pop fly pitcher, pitches for a lot of contact. I'm expecting this Braves lineup to get at least 2 runs off of him go about 5 innings. He also does struggle with command. He has a command issue, walks a few batters. So I'm expecting him to have a high pitch count around inning 5, inning 6. After that, we'll get to this Cardinals bullpen. Like I said, I'm expecting Liberatore to give up a run or 2, turn it over to a Cardinals bullpen that's been absolutely terrible this month. Not to mention, they're still not going to have a few of their high leverage arms available, so I do see the arms coming out this Cardinals pen, coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. On the other side, we got Perez on the mound. The left-handed pitchers outside of Chris Sale's probably been the Braves' most consistent pitcher. This guy's been good, and like I said, been consistent, going about 6 innings in all of his starts, giving up 1 or 2 runs in all of his outings. Here today, he's going to be facing a Cardinals lineup. This Cardinals team was crushing the ball towards the beginning of June, but in the last 2 weeks, the bats have really cooling off. In the last week, they've struggled to hit left-handed pitching. Perez, a ground ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact as well. I can see him struggling a bit. There is a few guys like Gorman and Walker that hit lefties very well, but the rest of this lineup is loaded with left-handed bats. Weatherholt, Newtbar, Burleson. Perez has really good splits versus lefties. I'm expecting him to have a good quality start once again, where he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs. This Braves bullpen is still playing very well. They have a bunch of good arms available for them late. I see the arms available for the Braves coming out this pen, coming in this game, shutting down the Cardinals bats. Another game that's going to be over 80 degrees. We have a 10-mile-per-hour gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Braves are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I like the under 9.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Baldwin of the Braves for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Reds in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. Rent Lauder on the mound for the Reds, Sprout on the mound for the Brewers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Rent Lauder back on the mound for the Reds. This guy's continuing to struggle. High ERA, close to 5 coming into it. His whip is sitting at 150. The big knock on him is his walk rate. He's walking a lot of batters, struggling with his command. About the same thing with a few of these other pitchers. About the 5th, 6th inning, he already has close to 100 pitches, and then you got to get to this terrible Reds bullpen. In this game here today for Rent Lauder, he's going to be facing a Brewers lineup loaded with left-handed bats. Not to mention, this is going to be the 2nd time in 2 weeks he sees this Brewers team, so I'm expecting the Brewers to make a few adjustments again and really hit him up in this start. My overall expectations for Lauder, he goes about 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to a Reds bullpen. Still one of the worst bullpens in the majors. Granted, they've been playing a bit better by their own standards in the last week, but still terrible overall. Turning it over to the other side, we got Brandon Sprout on the mound. This guy, I think in my opinion, the injury to Priester is actually going to work out, because this guy is starting to show his potential. There's a really good fastball, really good curve. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Cincinnati Reds lineup, primarily right-handed bats. Sprout, a right-handed pitcher, has really good splits versus righties. If he could pitch around Ellie De La Cruz, I could see Sprout going about 6 innings, giving up a run here today. Turning it over to a Brewers bullpen that is in a much better spot than they were yesterday. I actually like the arms much better today than I did yesterday's game. coming out of this Milwaukee bullpen. This game is going to be out in Milwaukee in the Dome, so there's going to be really no weather to sway anything here. Let's get to the picks. The Brewers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 9. I like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Bryce to rang up the Brewers for 2 total bases today. Alright, next up we got the Padres in Chicago taking on the Cubs. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Sears on the mound for the Padres. We got Boyd on the mound for the Cubs. Alright, getting into this one here, we got JP Sears on the mound for the Padres. This will be his 3rd start of the season. He's coming off a good outing last week against a struggling Braves lineup. Here today, he's going to be seeing a red-hot offensive Cubs team. They've been crushing the ball of late. They've actually started to hit left-handed pitching very well in the last 2 weeks. Doing the breakdown for JP Sears, a guy whose fastball's topping out around 95. A left-handed pitcher who does have bad splits versus lefties. He's going to be seeing a Cubs lineup with 6 projected lefties. Not to mention you got Happ, a switch hitter, Suzuki on the right side, guys that could give him problems from the other side of the plate as well. My overall expectation for Sears, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to a Padres bullpen. I continue to talk about it. They continue to look mediocre here. We saw Mason Miller come in the game yesterday and give up a run, lose the game for the Padres. He won't be available here today for them. I don't like I actually give the Cubs the advantage late in this one. On the other side, we got Boyd on the mound. This guy has also not been good this season. This will be his 2nd start back from injury. ERA sitting up above 580. Hard hit rate sitting up above 45%. Fortunately for him, well, you know what? It's not fortunate because this Padres lineup has started to come around versus left-handed pitching. Not to mention the more lower-end lefties like Boyd, they've been really getting to. You got Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis been hitting lefties very well. I'm expecting Boyd to struggle in this game. Go about 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs. Turn it over to a Cubs bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in. Shut the door on these Padres bats. Looking at the weather, very similar weather to yesterday. Ballpark Pal has this game projected with a plus 40% when it comes to home runs. We have 10 to 15 mile per hour winds blown from the diamond to the outfield. 80 plus degrees out there at Wrigley. Very hitter friendly game. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 11.5. I do like the over 11.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Ian Happ with the Cubs to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Marlins in Colorado taking on the Rockies. We got Yuri Perez on the mound for the Marlins. We got Tanner Gordon on the mound for the Rockies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Yuri Perez back on the mound. He's looked good since returning from his injury, but he's out in Colorado in Coors Field where movement on pitches is not something that goes well. Movement on pitches do not work out well as well. Yuri Perez is a 2-pitch pitcher. It's the fastball and the slider, and he struggles throwing the slider right now. He struggles with the command. Out in Coors Field, where the slider will not be moving as much, I'm expecting Yuri Perez have to over-rely on the fastball. This Rockies lineup is a top 10 team in the last 2 weeks versus right-handed pitching. Hunter Goodman, the right-handed batter, is crushing right-handed pitching this season. He has 20 home runs up to this point hit off of righties alone. Looking at the breakdown for Yuri Perez, like I said, he's primarily going to be out there throwing the fastball about 99, 100 miles per hour. You got Moniak back in the lineup. I'm expecting the Rockies to score a few runs off of Perez here today. My overall breakdown, I see him going 6 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs, turning it over to a Marlins bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in. Still give up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Tanner Gordon on the mound. This guy has been horrendous this season. ERA sitting close to 7 for the year. Hard hit rate on the year is sitting close to 50%. Today, he's going to be seeing a Miami Marlins lineup stacked with left-handed bats. He has terrible splits versus lefties. I'm expecting this Marlins team to put up double-digit runs like they did in yesterday's game. My overall breakdown for Gordon, he goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, turns it over to the Rockies bullpen. That's still the worst bullpen in the majors. I see them coming in, giving up another 3 to 4. This game is out in Colorado. Most hitter-friendly game on the schedule today. Let's get to the picks. The Marlins are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 11.5. I like the over 11.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Kyle Stowers of the Marlins for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Dodgers in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Warblowski on the mound for the Dodgers. We got Springs on the mound for the Athletics. All right, getting into this one here, we got Warblowski on the mount for the Dodgers. This guy's been amazing for the Dodgers this season. 170 ERA, whip sitting exactly at 1 coming into it. In this game here today for him, he's going to be seeing an Athletics lineup, very mediocre team when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. We saw them in yesterday's game only get 3 runs off of Eric Lauer. Granted, they did get 9 hits off of him. I don't think that really has to do with how good this Athletics team is versus left-handed pitching. Moreover, how trash Eric Lauer's been. In this game here today for Warblowski, a ground ball pitcher, a sinker ball pitcher, guy that pitches for a lot of ground outs. I can see him having success here today against this Athletics lineup. Turning it over to a Dodgers bullpen that's also in a really good spot to come in and shut the door on the Athletics bats. My overall expectation for Warblowski, he goes 7 innings, gives up 2 runs. The Dodgers bullpen's in a really good spot after that to come in, shut the door on these Athletics bats. On the other side, we got Jeffrey Springs on the mount. This guy started off the season, he was looking really good. But towards the end of May, his last 6 starts, he has been horrendous. ERA in those last 6 games, sitting close to 6 overall, whip sitting close to 2. Hard hit rate is through the roof. In this game here today for Jeffrey Springs, a pop fly pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. He's going to be seeing a Dodgers lineup that has really come around to hitting left-handed pitching. You got Andy Pajas, Mookie Betts in there, crushing lefties right now. You still got Muncy and Shohei hitting left-handed pitching very well as well. In this game for Jeffrey Springs, I'm expecting him to struggle once again, go about 5 innings, give up 4 runs, turn it over to an Athletics bullpen. They do have a few decent arms available, but they're still not good overall. I still see them coming in this game, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather, it's going to be extremely hitter-friendly weather out there in this tiny ballpark. Ballpark Pal has this game projected with plus 40 home run percentage. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 11. I like the under 11 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Max Muncy of the Dodgers to hit a home run today. Alright, final game of the day, we got the Angels in Seattle taking on the Mariners. Soriano on the mount for the Angels, Brian Wu on the mount for the Mariners. Alright, getting into this one here, we have Soriano on the mount for the Angels. Started off the season looking absolutely amazing. Then he fell off, the wheels fell off the bus for him. In his last 4 starts, he has an ERA close to 5, whip close to 150. He is a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that tries to keep the ball low, pitch for a lot of ground outs. The hard hit rate has been up above 43% in his last 4 starts. He does struggle a bit with left-handed bats. He is going to be seeing a Mariners lineup stacked with lefties. Not to mention, in the past matchups, he's had some good outings against the Mariners. He's also had some blow-up starts against them. Here today in Seattle, a bit very pitcher-friendly environment. I could see Soriano coming out here today having a quality start where he goes 6 to 7 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to an Angels bullpen that continues to play much better here in the month of June. Not to mention they're rested coming into it. I like the arms for the Angels to come in this game, shut down these Mariners bats. On the other side, we got Brian Wu on the mount. Back at home, we talk about it all the time. When he's at home, this guy is like an amazing pitcher. When he's on the road, he's a below average pitcher. Here today, back at home, seeing a Angels lineup stacked with right-handed bats. Brian Wu has very good splits versus righties. I'm expecting Wu to come out here today and deal. Go about 7 innings, give up a run, turn it over to a Mariners bullpen that's incredibly rested coming into it. Not to mention, they're still one of the best bullpens on the season despite blowing some of those games last week on the road. In this game though, I do see the arms coming out, this Mariners bullpen coming in this game, shutting down these Angels bats. This game is out in Seattle. It's going to be the most pitcher-friendly game on the schedule here today. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7. I do like the under 7 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Luke Raleigh of the Mariners for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today are sales. We're going to start off with our ladder play. Our solo bet came through for us yesterday. The payout was $35.15. So today we'll be wagering that $35.15 on the New York Mets on the money line. We're getting them at plus 104. This is our ladder play of the day. Up next, we have a 2-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies. We're then going to play Juan Soto of the Mets. This is a $10 2-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with the Texas Rangers on the money line. We're then going to play the Atlanta Braves on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay. We started off with the Pirates-Phillies game total to go over 8.5 total runs. We then played the Milwaukee Brewers on the run line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Seattle Mariners on the money line. Once again, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Tuesday. You guys know Tuesdays are our most profitable day of the week. It's also the last day of the month. Let's wrap this thing up with a bow. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.